Right now, somewhere in Africa, a lion is minding its business, and if a human walks nearby, that lion will most likely run. Not because this specific human is dangerous, but because somewhere deep in that lion's instincts is a memory, a very old, very specific kind of fear. Because for roughly 2 million years, humans were the most dangerous thing on this planet. Not the biggest, not the strongest, not the fastest, but the most dangerous. We hunted elephants. We wiped out entire species of giant animals on multiple continents. We were so consistently lethal that researchers at Tel Aviv University, studying 400 scientific papers, concluded we were hypercarnivores, apex predators, for 2 million years straight. So, what happened? How did the species that made lions run end up buying tickets to watch them from a safe distance behind glass? That's exactly what we're getting into. To understand what changed, you first have to understand what ancient humans actually were, not the nervous, technology-dependent creatures we are today. Ancient humans were persistence hunters. They didn't outrun their prey, they outlasted them. Tracking animals for hours, sometimes days, across open terrain until the animal collapsed from exhaustion. We hunted in coordinated groups with weapons. We used fire to drive animals off cliffs. We communicated complex hunting strategies. No other predator on Earth did all of these things together. And the results were catastrophic for every ecosystem we entered. When humans first arrived in Australia, roughly 50,000 years ago, the animals there had never seen us before. Giant marsupials, some weighing over 3 tons, looked at these strange bald apes and felt nothing. No fear, no instinct to run. Within a few thousand years, most of them were gone. Same story in North America, same story in Europe. Everywhere humans showed up as a new predator, the local megafauna started disappearing. Not because of climate change, because of us. We weren't just hunters. We were the reason entire categories of animals stopped existing. So, if animals feared us that deeply, what changed? The answer isn't that we became less dangerous. It's that we stopped acting like predators. About 12,000 years ago, humans started farming. We built permanent settlements. We stopped chasing animals across open plains and started growing food in fields. The direct, daily, terrifying contact between humans and wild animals began disappearing. And animals noticed, not consciously, but biologically. A 2020 study published in PLOS Biology analyzed 173 research papers covering 102 different species. The finding was clear: animals that spent time around humans rapidly lost their anti-predator instincts. The vigilance disappeared, the fleeing disappeared, the freezing disappeared. Not because humans got safer, but because the animals that stayed calm around humans survived better. They found more food near human settlements. They faced less competition. Over generations, the calm ones thrived, and the fearful ones left. We didn't become less scary, we became a food source. If you find ancient human history as fascinating as I do, I put together something called The Dirt Nap Chronicles, a guide rating 6 brutal eras of ancient history. Links in the description. Here's the part that should genuinely surprise you. Wild animals didn't stop fearing humans, only urban ones did. Researchers testing animals in Africa's Greater Kruger National Park found that 95% of species tested lions, leopards, elephants, rhinos, hyenas were twice as likely to run from hearing a human voice than from hearing a lion. A lion. The animal we put on warning signs and nightmare fuel. Animals are still more afraid of us than that. The fear didn't disappear globally. It disappeared specifically in animals that moved into our cities, our farms, our parks. Pigeons, raccoons, monkeys near tourist spots. Animals that learned humans mean food, not danger. Wild nature still knows exactly what we are. We just forgot. Your ancestors made lions run. You pay money to see one safely behind glass. Nothing about that lion changed. It's the same animal, same instincts, same teeth. You changed. We built cities, stopped hunting, surrounded ourselves with comfort, and quietly forgot that for 2 million years, we were the thing everything else was running from. The animal kingdom didn't stop fearing humans. We just stopped being the humans worth fearing.